I assessed Dan's body language closely. He had the stance of someone ready for a fight, but also calculating, weighing his options. His left eyebrow twitched, an involuntary giveaway of surprise or interest concealed under layers of intimidation. Taking a breath, I tried to project an air of calm authority. "Perhaps we should take this conversation inside," I suggested, putting just enough edge in my voice to make it clear I wasn't here to be dismissed easily. Dan hesitated, then stepped aside, a grudging gesture that had the air of a wolf letting a sheep into its den. The apartment was cramped and cluttered. The stench of cigarettes clung to every surface. A battered coffee table took up most of the living room, piled high with old magazines, empty beer cans, and scattered playing cards, the clear remnants of gambling nights. "Talk," Dan said curtly, crossing his arms as he leaned against a chipped cabinet. My mind raced, formulating the best approach. "I know Rory owed you a significant amount," I began, choosing my words with care. "But from what I understand, he wasn't just another debtor to you. You saw potential in him, right? Maybe even thought of him as an investment." His eyes flickered with something unreadable, a mix of skepticism and curiosity. "What's your point?" "If you had that much faith in him, surely you still believe it could be repaid somehow," I continued. "I'm here to negotiate. Let me help clear this debt." Dan chuckled, a dark, mirthless sound. "And why would I trust you to do that? Because I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by making this right," I replied, my voice unwavering. "And unlike Rory, I'm determined to see this through." There was a brief, tense silence before Dan spoke again, softer but no less menacing. "All right, Lydia, let's see what kind of deal you're proposing. But know this, cross me and you'll wish you hadn't." As I mapped out my plan, I realized that stepping into this web meant becoming a part of a world I barely understood. But for Rory and for the answers I needed, it was a risk I was willing to take. I took a deep breath and began outlining my proposal. "Dan, you know Rory's gift wasn't just a fluke. He had a knack for the kinds of things that could be truly lucrative. With your connections and my drive, we can turn this situation around." Dan's gaze tightened, evaluating my every word. "Keep talking," he urged, his curiosity piqued. "We start small," I continued, "investing in low-risk opportunities within your network. Each profit goes directly toward clearing Rory's debt. But we won't stop there. Once we've got momentum, we'll expand into bigger ventures, diversifying our approach." Dan's brow furrowed. "You're suggesting a partnership. Consider it a temporary alliance," I clarified, meeting his stare. "One that benefits us both. Rory had potential and you saw it. I believe I can unlock it in ways even he couldn't have imagined." Dan tapped his fingers against the cabinet. "Fine. But know this, Lydia, one misstep and there won't be another chance." "I understand," I replied, holding his gaze, "and I won't fail." In that moment, an unspoken contract was formed. Navigating this perilous path meant delving deeper into a shadowy world I'd only glimpsed before. But trust, no matter how tenuous, had to start somewhere. And so, side by side with a reluctant ally, I embarked on a journey that would either redeem Rory or consume us both.